we'll get a quarter stack of slime balls and we'll plant, some cactus, and then we'll figure out some way of, I don't know, making a cactus farm. Okay. That alchemy transformation, that's how we will get, more slime balls. So if I put those in there, now it's doing both things. So it didn't say there's any problem. It just didn't do anything. So that's a little bit annoying that it doesn't know to handle that. But, it is what it is. So now we should have, a stack at least, quarter stack at times. We won't have it all the time, but we'll have it some of the time. So we'll get more of these advanced guys. And now we can go make that 16K storage disk. And I need some more snad. Do I have any more snad? I've got 2 snad. We have any sand? We should have lots of sand. Okay. Didn't mean to get 70, I'm going to get 16, but, whatever. I don't know where I want this or how I want this. I'm not sure if farming golems can harvest this or not. I don't really know. For now, I will just put it somewhere over here. So maybe I'll do... Okay, let's give you a couple spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Maybe I want one more row. Let's do one more row. I could set up a vanilla cactus farm. That might be the way to go. I don't know. Let's see here. Well, if I get, 20 spots, I'm going to need 20 of these guys, not 16. Alright, let's get a couple more of those guys then. I need, what, 3 more? Okay, that would be all of that. Where is my dirt? Okay, so let's go ahead and plant the cacti. I know I need 4 more of that too. So let's get some more cactus. Alright, so we're going to have to do something to, farm at some point. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this right now. I'll have to figure it out. So maybe I'll set up a vanilla cactus farm and, do something with that. I don't know. Alright, we've got enough of that to keep going with our current goal, which is expanding our storage. So let's work on that. Should be able to get another 16K storage disk now. Alright, I don't want a 4K, I want a 16K. So there we go. It should be making all of those guys. And as soon as it uses these up, it's going to make more of them. And it may have to make some before it can make the rest of the stuff, or it may have enough. I don't know. So let's see. You must already have your disk. That's cool. So what I want to do is put this disk in here and then dump everything else from these disks onto this disk. So let's look into doing that. There's something from Refined Storage. Let's just do that. I forget what it's called. Not a crafter or a grid or a monitor. I don't think it's a relay. This is it. Disk manipulator. So let's get one of those guys. We need a couple of storage housings. We need machine casing. Alright. Do I not have any quartz enriched iron in here? Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure we got a stack of that in here at all times too. That's something we use for crafting with refined storage all the time. I'm just lost in my basement. Alright, so... Alright. Okay, so he's going to make those guys and keep that hanging around, which is cool. So let's look into making some storage housings. Alright, they require glass and quartz, so that's good. There we go, we'll scan that guy. Scan that guy too. Alright, where's that leave us? Need a couple of cores and a machine casing. So we'll make one of you, and we'll make one core and one other core. I should probably keep 8 of these guys lying around too. We need those all the time as well for crafting stuff. There we go, a disk manipulator. So let's go ahead and make one of those and one of those. Alright, let's see if I need to scan you. Yep. So let's put him down here. Where's this guy? Okay. Not there. There. So basically, if we place a disk in here, what will happen is everything that comes in gets dumped into the system. As you can see, excruciatingly slowly. So let's fix that with some speed upgrades. Let's get at least 3 speed upgrades, see how that works. I may want a stack upgrade too, I'm not sure. But we'll see how that goes. Alright, so there's my speed upgrades. So like most machines, it can handle 3 upgrades, or yeah, whatever, 3 upgrades. I think we should get the stack upgrade too. I mean, that wasn't terrible, but it could have been better. Alright, let's get that stack upgrade then. Okay, that will take just a minute. Let's get those cores and go tell it to keep some of those in stock too. I'm going to go with just 8 for the time being. Okay, you're full up. Oops, no, I wanted that. Alright, let me get another one. Okay. Keep 8 of you and 8 of you. There we go. That will take care of that. You know, I think we're going to need more of these basic processors. I'm going to keep a stack. I think I'll do half a stack of these guys too. At least half a stack of this guy anyway. Maybe not half stack of this. So we'll do full stack, half stack, quarter stack. That sounds good from where I'm looking at. Okay, so let's go get that speed upgrade. I want to make sure you're done with what you're doing, so before I move these guys, would like him not to use the other kinds of slime balls. Maybe it's fine, whatever. You know, actually, rather than using those green slime balls, we should make rice slime balls. That's a better idea. Alright, I think we'll work on that, but let's finish this first. So, do I have my stack upgrade now? There we go. So now we have a stack upgrade and 3 speed upgrades. So let's take these 4K discs and let's dump you in there. So, you know, I mean, it takes a minute, but it will dump all of this in the system, and that will take care of that. So, yeah, maybe another minute and it should be done. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these guys. We will take their housings off, and we will make some 16K storage parts, and then combine those with the housings, and that will give us 16K storage disks, which is a little bit simpler. You know, a little bit. Okay, so we already have enough 4K storage part. You only need 3 4K storage parts to get 16K. So that's good. So let's get a 16K storage part. And then we will combine you and you to get a 16K disk. There we go. We now have lots and lots of storage, at least for a while. So that should solve our storage issues for, the foreseeable future. Again, if we really go for infinite resources, maybe we'll need more, but, drawers may be more helpful than more storage in here. But you never know. We'll see what happens. Alright, even though I'm going to use rice slime balls, I went ahead and made a cactus farm, basically a vanilla design. I stole it from some guy on the internet, called himself Gamesmith. So this was his design. Mostly, I had to add some extra blocks over here. He didn't have these blocks, but if I don't put them there, the water flows around. So I'm not sure how he got the water to do that. I know there are ways you can block in water, but I don't understand them. So not very good at vanilla mechanics, so I left it like it is. So there's a hopper down here leading into an ender chest, and that goes into the system. So we don't really need that much cactus right now, since we're going to not use that to make slime balls. But hey, the series is called Infinite Resources, so, got to make cactus too. So there we go. That takes care of that. So the next step will be making those rice slime balls. So what I want to do is take this aqueous accumulator and find some way of importing water into the system. So I've made another fluid block. I have filtered him for water, so that's all that can go in there. So now you have a space to keep water in the refined storage system. But refined storage cannot craft with just fluid. We have to make fluid buckets. So I have also made a fluid transposer, and another one down here in the processing machine room. And so what we'll do is we'll use him to fill the buckets with whatever liquid is from the refined storage system. So that's how we're going to do that, and we'll need those water buckets to make rice slime balls. So what I want to do right now is decide where I'm going to put this aqueous accumulator and how we're going to import it in the system. One option would just be to place it over here, then import it here. But I don't like that because I may have several fluids I want to import. So I think what I want to do instead is make an ender tank and then put that somewhere, and then we can import the fluids all in the same place from their ender tanks. So let's look into making an ender tank. So let's see, what do we have? Here is that thing. So I want to make you. And we're going to need to make a pattern for that guy. He needs a cauldron and some blaze rods and some obsidian. That all looks like it ought to be okay. I don't know if he can make cauldrons, but I think he can. So can we make ender tanks now? Yes, you can craft them, and that should work fine. So I haven't done much with this with the ender storage things. I've left them the colors they are, but you can dye those little tabs on them different colors, and that will let you have different tanks. So I think I will dye these guys blue because that just makes sense to me. So we'll take some blue dye. I'm going to need 6, and water's blue, so we'll use blue for this. So we'll put the tanks down for just a minute. And we will dye blue, 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 and that's going to be my water tank. And now I need to find some place to get the aqueous accumulator set up, and I will dump that into one of these ender tanks. So I think I want it somewhere in the base so that he's always running whenever the system's running. So it kind of makes sense for him to go in the basement. We could put him in here. I'm not sure if I showed this off, but I moved the water mills in here, mostly as a reminder that my Thaumcraft room's over here, so I can't make a room over here. But, that's where that is. So, how much space do we need? We don't really need that much space. I could put him in a corner, which kind of means I could put him in one of those 3x3 segments outside the house. Like one of those. Let's do that. So, are you all stone? You are. So let's break you and see what we need to do to get this working. So we'll put the ender tank on top, put the aqueous accumulator right underneath of it. And what I want to do is I want to dig into the earth. I want the aqueous accumulator to sit here. The more source blocks it has surrounding it, the better. So I want 5 source blocks so it can do the best it can. Let's hang on to that bucket of water just for a minute. So let's put him there. And then we'll put some dirt there. Okay. And then we want 1 on each of these sides. So let's get stone back. And we'll put water here, 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 and here. And that is pretty much the max he'd be able to do. I'm going to need a facade for that guy, but we'll handle that in a little while. And then all we're going to do is dump him into the ender tank. There we go. He is now filling up. So all we have to do now is find out what we're going to do with that. So let's put stone there. That looks better. So now all we need is a place to import this water into the system. So let's go find a way to do that. I'll probably put that in the machine processing room, or maybe the power room, but we'll figure that out in a minute. We're going to need to get an importer. So here's the power room, here's the machine room. This is where I think the importer should probably live. So we could maybe think about something like putting the tanks on the wall, or maybe even in the wall, or they could be above here. You know, there's lots of options. I think what I will do is put the tank here, and then I'm going to break this cable. Let me get the importer first. And we're going to break this cable. And we'll put the importer right there. And you're going to import fluids. And now he should be draining and refilling from the aqueous accumulator. And that should be importing water. So we should now have, you know, roughly 64 buckets of water in the system. So do we? 43, we're getting there. So there we go. Once this guy fills up, we will stop importing because we can't import, you know, anymore. There won't be any space for it. So there we go. And you can't go in here. This guy is filtered. So you want to make sure they don't mix, because I want to keep a specific number of fluid in my system. So I did take away the reservoir here, so these guys are going to need water again. I took the aqueous accumulator from the power generators downtown, or downstairs, so this needs to be fixed as well. So let me go ahead and fix that too. I think there's more, one more, yeah. Okay, so we do need some way of getting water. So let's see here. You are a basic item filter. And you are not. So what are you doing? You are exporting fluid. You could use some more water if you were running. Let me have you run for just a little while, because I want to see how much water you're going to use. So where are you at on power? You're about halfway full. So I want to see that guy use up some of the water. He uses hardly any water at all. So it'll take a minute for him to actually be able to do that. And this guy, you know what? We could actually break this guy. I think he'll lose his water tank, and that might be more helpful. Yeah, let's try that. All right. Got that guy. Okay. So that was probably the leftover water from the pipe. So let's just make him empty. There we go. He now has nothing in him, and he can't run without water. So let's see if we can do something about that. Look what the best idea would be. He can't export both fluids and items. Well, he needs more water now. Okay, so can you also export water? Yes, you can. Okay. It didn't say it was working for a minute, but it totally is. Okay, so he has all the water he will need. Alright, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Thanks for watching. There's something I'm supposed to ask you to do. What was it? Oh, right, like and subscribe. So, go do that. See you next time.